first to completion. Engine's in. Got the heater motor in. Fuel rail is hooked up. Got the blower motor hooked up. Installed the power steering fluid reservoir. What else did I do? Still need to install the serpentine belt. So yesterday I wired up, right? Didn't really wire anything up. Just plugged all the wiring harness back in, grounded it, it's in place. Put the plug back in here. So that's done. I got a more painful job I did yesterday. Actually, I hooked up the power steering lines here and the fuel vapor return lines. Hooked them back up. Rad hoses are on the list at one point. What do we do here? What do we do here? AC compressors installed, the 3 bolts to hold that on, some wiring there. There's one plug down here, one wire that comes actually out of the, it's right here. The one wire that actually comes out of the AC compressor. Plug that into here. Couldn't find any information on that. It's actually very, I wouldn't say very simple, but it's not very difficult to put that motor back in. Here we go. So what I am doing right now, I am preparing the transmission for installation. The new clutch is already in. So what I am going to be doing here, I'll be changing the throwout bearing, the main input shaft seal, and there's another seal that holds the bracket in for the main input shaft seal, and then there's some special high performance grease we're going to put onto the shaft. So this arm has to come out. As far as I know, it's just I'm not sure. It's supposed to just be clip in here. So I have not been able to find any good information on actually how to do this job. So I'm gonna wing this. Does this work? Oh look what I just did here. Spring that came through here. Look, it's coming out. It's just falling right in my hand. So there's a spring here. Just push the top of the spring right through, and his arm came right out. And the old throwout bearing came out. To the side, I'm gonna clean that. And now I'm going to use 3 Torx and take this bracket off that holds the main shaft seal. Oh, these are tight. They're super duper tight. 1. Oh, well, that is bad fucking news. And 3. Okay, let's see what awaits us. I'm gonna pull this. See this here? The new seal looks like. This is soaking wet. There's that seal. But once the transmission is actually in place and the engine runs, I plan to change the fluid out. See how this comes out. The way I managed to get the seal out, I just tore off the inside piece with a spring. If you're ever wondering how this seal works, there's a spring inside that always presses on to the shaft. And then you have to get a screwdriver and slowly pry the seal out. And here it is. Before I put this dirty, filthy old thing in, I'm going to clean it up. A little bit of wipe, get any kind of contaminants out that are going to get in between the gasket and the metal. And then if you don't, something gets caught in between, then I'm no further ahead with a leaky gasket here. It's a different gasket. No, it's actually the same gasket. This seems very swollen, I guess. It's soft and not sure if this is the right way of doing it. A 32mm socket, perfectly on top of it. Just gonna set you tap it in. Or go this way. That's better. Nice. A little more. Just a little bit more. Flush on this side. Tilt it a bit more. That looks good. It's actually transmission fluid sitting right here. I'm sure this thing was leaking for a long time. While I'm in here, I'm gonna clean that spline here. Oh, let's get that inside. Gaskets in. I'm kind of assuming I'm gonna lay this over top of here. Just steam finger. Take some of the excess ghee oil. Just put a little bit on there. That should be just fine. Now, question is this. Only goes on one way. Look at that. Smart. You can only go on this way. Little notches here. We'll double check that again. Seal. Outside gasket. Let's install it. That's a little too easy, I say. So I just robbed Peter to pay Paul. I took the another bolt out of the transmission from the flat car because I stripped it a little bit on the edge. It works just fine, but I have the car here, I might as well. We'll lock tight on these threads. Always hand tighten bolts first. Get them seated before you use any kind of tool. Just in case, because you don't want to strip anything. Slightly snug it up. No torque specs on this baby. Let's just tighten this baby up. Over here. That's the old throwout bearing. Garbage. New throwout bearing. It just simply should just press in like this. Push or press in. Push it in. Slides. It just hangs there like this, kind of loose. Clean this off. Put a bit of grease on this little ball joint there. Put grease here. And put different grease here and here. That's gonna go on the spline. So let's try to put this arm back in here. So, sits in here on the spring. 9. Can I use my finger? I should be able to now. Let's give this arm key a try here. Maybe that will work. Nope. Aha! Got it! So, freaking dentist tool here. Well, it's not really a dentist tool. So here we go. In place here. Everything is airy. All that's left now is to grease the spline and the transmission is ready to be installed. Special Sachs high performance grease that came with the clutch. Only a tiny bit in there. And that's obviously, actually almost looks like it's empty, but it's not. And that is on purpose. You don't want to have too much grease on your spline. Let's see how much is in here. That's it. Transmission is ready for installation.